run, 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 run. Today, so we're going to be taking out the OEM box in the car and then test fitting the HGT sequential gearbox, and then also test fitting a brace we have here for the rear end so that I can eliminate the power plant frame, which braces the actual transmission to the rear diff. By doing that, I'll be simplifying the system and also running kind of like a custom differential brace to help strengthen the diff case, not necessarily the rear end, but just the case, because OEM FD cases are very thin. So if you can reinforce the whole thing and not just by the two bolts that bolt that to the actual crossmember and or PPF, then you can prevent it from cracking. Alright, so this is a power plant frame that I just pulled out, and this is my diff brace. It actually holds the diff from the backside cover, reinforcing it, and that's the part that you want to reinforce because it'll keep the diff from twisting. Okay, so this is the new diff mount. It's the Sandberg differential brace, and it mounts the same as the power plant frame, but it gets rid of the power plant frame. So pretty much it's got a little pivot point back here, and my plan is to attach my old brace, which reinforces the back end here and prevents this from cracking, to this part. That's going to be quite a bit of work, so I'm going to have to enlist someone's help to do that because I don't fabricate stuff like that. Alright, so in order to test fit the new gearbox, the old clutch has to come off because this is going to be 23 spline, and the input shaft on the gearbox is 26 spline. So don't want to be trying to put it in and mess up all the splines on the gearbox. So I got the bell housing in. I'm gonna need to pretty much put everything back together then, along with the starter, just to make sure that I don't run into any issues once I get the drive shaft and I'm ready to rock. So first attempt did not work. The transmission is actually touching the top of the transmission tunnel, so I'm going to have to lower the motor. Luckily I have the full function engineering adjustable height motor mounts, so pumped on that. Yeah, let me lower the motor and we'll try it one more time. Alright, now that the motor is dropped down about, what is it, about a half inch? About a half of an inch. Gonna go ahead and try to put the transmission back in. Should be just enough clearance to get it past this transmission tunnel support here, and yeah, should be looking good. Okay, so this is a major problem. I'm gonna have to try to make a new oil pan, or figure something out to get the pan to sit higher than the actual subframe without raising the motor, because obviously the transmission is going to hit the transmission tunnel, so I can't go up and I can't go down anymore because this will keep happening. So there's actually flapper valves inside of this oil pan to keep the oil from sloshing away from the pickup. So when this happens, it warps the whole pan and those flapper valves get pinched. So yeah, this pan has to come off and I have to bang it out. Otherwise, I was actually planning on driving tomorrow with some buddies, but yeah, guess that's not happening. Wow, look at that, super close, but it fits, so that's a good thing. Oh man, I really need to clean this off. This is a previous heat protective barrier from about 5 or 6 years ago. I actually don't run this stuff anymore because it leaves this on there, but I'm gonna have to cut all this off before I permanently install this gearbox. Looks terrible. Alright, so last night we did the whole measurements from the differential flange to the actual gearbox so we can get those measurements to Drive Shaft Pro for this slip yoke. Tomorrow I'm going to go drop this off so that he can order the correct amount of carbon to make the drive shaft, and then you know, we can go from there.